right, guys, here we are for something different. We're doing What's Up with Mathieu van der Poel and Freddy Ovett. Freddy in the chat already, no racing. There should be a band in place, taking it easy. This is great stuff. Guys, we are riding virtually with Mathieu van der Poel and Freddy Ovett. And I'm okay with doing a nice, steady ride after yesterday's intense efforts in the short time trial that I did and the Masters racing that I did. So I believe this is 45 minutes of spinning along. We'll see what comes up in the chat. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people throwing questions up, and hopefully we will glean some insights from two really awesome pros as we ride around green to screen in NYC. I don't know if you guys have been seeing it on Instagram as well, but I have been seeing videos of Mathieu and Freddy training together. And for those who are triathletes, I believe Jan Frodeno has also been joining them. Quite the collection of epic cyclists and triathletes training together wherever they are. Looks nice wherever they're training. Looks real nice. So those two guys might be right next to each other, just spinning away. We will see. So there are the gates up there, the icons on top of the icons. See if we can't get a little closer to where that action is.
Right on.
Oh, I'm really gonna need this just for the legs to open back up. Yesterday was a tough one. My recovery application tells me I'm recovered. And cardiovascularly, I think I am. But my legs, guys, I will tell you, my legs are feeling it. Let's bring our stats up. This is good. Sitting right around 3 watts a kilo, riding along. Nothing in the chat right now. There we go. Okay. So we've got MVDP answering questions.
Right on.
Now the chat's lighting up. But we're gonna see the responses across the middle of our screen from Freddy and Mathieu. Questions are coming in hot and fast. All right, there they are. We have arrived. Is this Freddy saying yes, he's going to race Unbound, or has raced it? I need this ride regardless to open up my legs, recover from yesterday. But there we go. There's some tea. They're both huge Runco fans.
Ride on.
Right? Do some of the favorites have favorites? I think that's what we're learning here. Some of the favorite riders have favorite riders.
Ride on.
There he is, Mathieu van der Poel. I think this is a pretty cool thing that Zwift is doing. Gives all of us laymen a chance to spin it out with some of the world's best, some of the most popular riders in the peloton. Which is pretty cool.
Ride on.
Just clicking off the kilometers.
Ride on. Ride on. Ride on. Ride on.
Okay, we're a few kilometer in, a few minutes in. Zwift has got some good partnerships with some riders of the people, and that's pretty cool.
Ride on.
You guys have probably, if you're in the cycling world and you don't live under a rock, on YouTube, you've probably seen videos of Van der Poel rocking up to a Los Angeles ride a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago now. What a cool experience that would have been. That is a pretty cool thing about cycling. You never know who you're going to see on the road, no matter where you are.
Ride on.
Freddy Ovett putting Tupac up there. Perhaps the answer to who's your favorite rapper of all time. Apparently Mathieu and Freddy are doing runs together.
Nice.
Well, cross training. That's pretty cool.
Ride on.
Oh. Learning that Freddy is getting the upper hand in the training right now. Freddy declaring he won't be a triathlete, and just a second ago, Vanderpool saying it's just hard to train for Ironman at the moment. Not ruling it out. Not ruling it out. This is cool. This is just going to pass the time. Here we are with a massive peloton. Holding great speed. Just riding with comfort. Where are those yellow gates? Oh, they are back behind us. We'll just fade back. We've seen success today. We got our wheels ahead of Mathieu van der Poel and Freddy Ovett. So, check that off.
Ride on.
Just drifting back. Here they come. So apparently everybody who participates today gets to keep this kit. What's up? How you guys feeling about these New York courses? Are you enjoying them? Are you sick of them yet? Oh, is Freddy in the What's Up kit? I think he might be.
Ride on.
Vanderpool's in his team kit. There he goes. Right through
Ride
us.
on.
Oh, good question. What is Mathieu van der Poel's FTP? Hopefully he will answer that one.
Ride on. Ride on.
All right. This is exactly what I need right now. That's great. Working lactic acid out of the legs. Almost a third of the way done, almost 15 minutes into this ride.
Ride on.
Matthew's talking about Whoop. I do not use Whoop. Do you guys use it? How have you found it?
Ride on.
There's Freddy, bottom right.
Ride on. Ride on.
Just in the same kit as all of us. Escalator time. There we go.
Right on.
All right,
Right on.
15 minutes in.
Right on.
Now we're talking nutrition.
Right on. Right on.
Looks like we are working our way towards Manhattan Bridge. Mathieu van der Poel, I'm not a beer guy.
Right on. Right on.
All right, up and over Manhattan.
Nice.
I think it's very interesting how much respect these guys command,
Right on.
and you're going to be interested to know what my reasoning is,
Right on.
because nobody is trying to break off the front.
Right on.
I've been in so many rides in the past that are gated rides or
Right on.
rides where people have said, hey, this is how we're trying to do it. Luke Walton, how are you here?
Nice. Right on.
I'm right here, comma, you can't see me, question mark? All right. I am here, guys. I am definitely here. And this will be a good capture for you guys to rewatch and see all the questions asked and answered. So that's how we're using it today. So we can go through and see all of it. All right. Well, comma, I really appreciate that exclamation part. All right. That's awesome. Willie just told us, pleasure and honor, pal. I'm on a streak not to miss one of your vids. That's really cool. So people are asking temp in Denia in December, so that must be where they are, in Costa Blanca. Someone asking if Van der Poel's going to crash any more rides in the States. And now a bunch of people are saying, let's crash at Freddy's house for breakfast. All right, we're going back down the hill here. carry some speed. That's really cool. Okay. That's actually a really cool response. A lot of people are saying, hey, thanks for tolerating us and doing this and being on here with us. And Freddy just said that, yeah, it's sponsored, but I asked to do it. That's pretty cool. And then he went on to tell us that he's using Zwift every week as part of training. So people are pretty stoked on that. The fact these guys are taking time out of their day in the form of continuing to pedal, which they've probably already been doing a lot of today, is pretty cool. And that's just where Zwift like really gets it, right? With the community. Right? There's just so much community that's formed through Zwift and with Zwift. And this is like the ultimate form of community because so many people coming out. So many people coming out to do this. And that's pretty cool. Alright, there are those two yellow icons. Down we go. Whee! A little over half the way done. Creeping down towards 20 minutes to go.
Right off.
Freddy really is digging deep and trying to remind everybody how important the Zwift races are for him in terms of workouts. Who else does that? Racing our way to fitness. Doing it just like Freddy. I'm keeping that one. Thank you, Freddy.
Right on. Right on.
Freddy, your Zwift racing score is 300 higher than MVDP. Who wins the race? No answer yet to that one.
Right on.
There's Freddy. That's the one thing on the bike I can maybe beat him at. Banter.
Right on.
There you go. Vanderpool loves the Zwift ride. Very handy. That's what we are on as well. That's cool.
Right on.
Good stuff.
Right on.
Freddy's in the gym once a week.
Right on.
And Freddy's doing that for the beach bod,
Right on.
obviously. For that cycling upper body physique.
Right on.
And of course, the inevitable question, what do you squat? Freddy's having fun with this one. Only does upper body, only bicep curls. Of course.
Right on.
Says he squats 200 kg. That's not light. It's not light, ladies and gentlemen.
Peloton. I'm toast. Right on.
Mathieu Vanderpool confirming, yes, I saw Freddy squat 200. That's a lot. Freddy's saying the biggest difference between Zwift and outdoors is you can't sprint 1,300 watts straight through people in the outdoors. Gotta go around.
Right on. Right on. Right on.
And now people are really curious about max sprint efforts. There's Vanderpool, bottom right.
Right on. Right on.
People are having a lot of fun with this. I'm going to agree with the long tights. It's got to be wicked cold for tights. I got a buddy I ride with in San Diego. He'll wear tights in 80-degree weather. It's just, nah, upper body, sure, cover it up. It's not moving, but the legs, I do not like covering my legs with leggings unless that's really cold. What about you guys?
Right on.
Coming up on 2/3 of the ride gone. This has been perfect. It is just what I needed. Now the debate's going to be, do I do another ride or race after this one?
Right
Let's
on.
wait 15 minutes to make that decision. This is the greatest question ever. Mathieu Vanderpool, to prove it's really you and not some Zwift troll, what was the exact smell in the Alpecin bus after you puked descending La Rideau in Liga 2021? And who handed you the towel? Only the real goat was there. That's hilarious.
Right on.
That is pretty funny. That is next level trolling right there, as Freddy pointed out. They both ride 172.5 cranks. I'm a tall guy. I'm a fan of shorter 72.5 or 170, depending on road or gravel. And I'm 6'3". Got like a 33 to 34 inch inseam. Shorter cranks are nice. They do suit my traditionally higher cadence when I'm at effort. Today's not super high. Right now it isn't. But I'm commonly 90 to 100, 95 to 100 in a lot of the efforts I make. Less than 15 minutes. People are having some jokes now. A lot of trolling. Now this guy Joel, who's been sending all these trolling questions, the whole peloton is turning on him and suggesting it's not the real Joel. Prove it, Joel. Prove it who you are.
Right on.
Working our way towards 20 kilometers in. This really enjoyable ride.
Right on.
Okay. Yeah. That's some good stuff. Mathieu talking about his recovery shake.
Right on.
12 minutes left in this ride.
Right on.
Good questions coming through. Last 10 minutes. Freddy's asking if we're all enjoying it, and I think we are. It's been kind of fun.
9,
Getting a decent spin in. Close to 3 watts a kilo average. Spinning out the legs. I think that's the appropriate comment. A Zwift ride where the pros actually talk is pretty great. Yeah. No boilerplate responses, actual engagement with the questions. This is awesome. It's great. Oh man. I guess we're not going to run out of time before hitting the Brooklyn Bridge. Minutes. We're getting up over this bridge for sure. Looks like Freddy is considering unbound gravel. That's pretty cool. Where are these guys? Are they behind us? Workout, ride 500 watts for 1 hour. Oh, he's got jokes. This is great. We could do a race one time. Oh, these guys, this is awesome. Guys, if you didn't like Mathieu Poel and Freddy Ovett before now, I mean, what's not to like? 2 men of the people. Just really, really cool that they came out to ride with this group. That's really neat. Really neat. So next time we do a race, wow. If they did a race, the entirety of Zwift would sign up.
Ride on.
Literally the entirety of everybody who could make it would be there. Just to see. Just to get a taste of what these guys are capable of. That'd be really cool.
Ride on.
All right, December, it's a race. Wow. That's gonna be wild. That would be insane.
Ride on.
Man, I forgot how long the Brooklyn Bridge is. Just keeps going, doesn't it? Grinding on you.
Ride on.
5 minutes left.
Ride on.
All right. 4 minutes on what has been a pretty fun ride. And if you guys are watching this, hopefully you guys are getting some insight in the chat from Mathieu and Freddy. Ankle socks should be illegal. That's a fact. Ooh, black shoes are a problem for Vanderpool. Oh, it's a good thing we got some white shoes on today. But I do own black cycling shoes. Sorry to disappoint. Let's just turn on our little iRow boost. Let's get that nice arrow slingshot down the hill. 3 minutes to go. A lot of thank yous being offered. There we go. Less than 2 minutes. Yeah, if I can be there, I will make the next one. Especially considering December. It's going to be a race. On what's up? That's awesome. Really enjoyable time. Got a light sweat. Kept it right around 3 watts a kilo, kept the heart rate down. All really good stuff.
Ride on.
Minute left. Freddy doubling down. December we race. This is going to be so gnarly. If this happens, it's going to be wild. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Last 20 seconds. I think we all get to keep these kits, which are pretty cool. Okay. We did it. 45 minutes, 2:44 on the average, 26.5 kilometers. That's a nice little go. Got our Watts Up kit. Gotta love it. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for being here if you're checking this out. Very little about me and very much about Mathieu van der Poel and Freddy Ovett. It's really cool of them to do this and to join in a group and answer all the questions that are coming across in the chat and to engage some banter and have some fun. I am really interested to see if this comes to fruition in December, because it sounds like, especially Freddy, wants to do a 40-minute crit-styled race, open race, mass start, mass chaos crit in December that he and Mathieu will race in. It's gonna bring out everybody in Zwift. Everybody and their mother are gonna wanna line up and do whatever they can to be as close as possible to those two dudes. It's gonna be crazy. Absolutely crazy. But how cool is it that they would even consider doing that? Right? Like, it's just so good. Zwift found two really good riders to represent the brand. That's awesome. So guys, thanks for being here. Hopefully you get a chance to kind of see how this develops, see some of the answers to the questions. I tried to relay answers to questions and connect them with the questions that were asked to the best of my ability. There were a lot of questions being thrown at Mathieu and Freddy, and they answered a lot of them, and some of them were definitely for fun, like what is your favorite color of bike? But other ones were about their nutrition and their recovery and favorite courses and all that stuff. What just happened here? Why am I launching through this group? That was so weird. What was that? You guys saw that, right? I did not do a thing there. That is so random. That is so random. 2 minutes left in this event. I am just going to continue to pedal the legs out, and I'm going to debate whether or not there is another ride or race in me today. If you've been watching the videos, you saw that yesterday I had a twofer. It was a 10-kilometer time trial, followed by a 20-something kilometer masters race on hot laps, the new course that's going to be used for Zwift build in week 3. Basically leave downtown Watopia, do maybe like 5 rotations around Volcano Circuit, and you end up the Jarvis climb. So what's usually called an after party, because it ends with a hill climb on Zwift, they are now affectionately calling hot laps. And it did not disappoint yesterday. There were hot laps indeed. So that was a lot of fun. All right, I saw that some of you guys were on this ride, so great to communicate with you guys through the chat. Hope to see you guys in rides and races again very, very soon. And I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel. Really, really do. I'm gonna continue to spin out my legs. I'm gonna make the decision. You guys will find out soon enough whether or not there's more in me for today. But for now, that's all from me.